Want to get the most out of your next getaway or business trip? Get over to Belmont, North Carolina, and feel the Hamptonality. At the Hampton Inn Charlotte Belmont at Moncross, we give you friendly service at a great value. You'll rest easy on our clean and fresh Hampton bed. The crisp white linens and duvet give a fresh start to every guest each morning. Every morning begins with our free hot breakfast, including delicious waffles and hearty oatmeal. And with free Wi-Fi, you're guaranteed to stay connected. We're conveniently located just 8 miles from the center of Charlotte, 7 miles from the Charlotte Douglas International Airport, and just 1 mile from Belmont Abbey College. Book your stay by visiting Hampton.com or by calling 704-825-6100. Again, that's Hampton.com or calling 704-825-6100. Feel the Hamptonality at the preferred hotel for Crusaders athletics, the Hampton Inn Charlotte Belmont at Moncross. Looking for up-to-the-minute scores of your favorite Crusader sports? www.abbeyathletics.com. Feature content, including coaches' interviews. www.abbeyathletics.com. Crusaders broadcast on demand. That's right, www.abbeyathletics.com. Your online source for all things Crusaders can be found in one place. www.abbeyathletics.com.
Pain. Pain doesn't just work 9 to 5. Pain can work round the clock, hours and hours, without even thinking of taking a break. So when you're hurting, you don't want to wait for an appointment. You need relief now. Well, there is a solution. Ortho Carolina's Urgent Care can provide relief for the entire family when time is of the essence. Our after-hours clinics are conveniently located near you when you need us. Ortho Carolina's expert staff is ready to treat strains, sprains, minor dislocations, sports injuries, joint pain, and more. The next time you or a loved one is hurting on an evening or over the weekend, we'll be ready to help. It's the same state-of-the-art care, professionalism, and expertise that's made Ortho Carolina a leader in the Southeast. Pain doesn't happen when it's handy, and you shouldn't have to wait to get relief. Visit orthocarolina.com for a list of urgent care locations and hours. Ortho Carolina. You improved.
Gaston County is a great place to raise a family. The benefits of the Charlotte Metro blended with the familiarity of several bedroom communities make Gaston a wonderful place to become a first-time homebuyer. But in a shifting market, it's paramount to find a company that will work even harder for you in a very competitive landscape. Might I suggest to you Moss Realty? Moss Realty wants to serve you as an advocate through the home buying process. I've seen the hard work of the staff on a personal level. The attention to detail and their knowledge of Gaston County is top-notch. Moss Realty can help you make a pleasure out of life's biggest purchase. Give them a call at 704-865-5555 or log on to mossrealty.com. The number again, 704-865-5555. Moss Realty can turn dream home searching into dream home living. That number one more time, 704-865-5555. That's Moss Realty. Looking for up-to-the-minute scores of your favorite Crusader sports? www.abbeyathletics.com. Feature content, including coaches' interviews. www.abbeyathletics.com. Crusaders broadcast on demand. That's right, www.abbeyathletics.com. Your online source for all things Crusaders can be found in one place. www.abbeyathletics.com. Crusaders Athletics on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network is brought to you by Pine Island Country Club, Domino's, Moss Realty, the Hampton Inn by Hilton at Moncross, and Ortho Carolina. You improve. We take you now to the www.abbeyathletics.com broadcast booth. It's time to raise the red on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. And good afternoon. We welcome to you inside the Wheeler Center. Belmont Abbey College volleyball action here on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. So glad that you could join us today. Brian Rushing here with you as the Crusaders take on the top dog, literally, in Conference Carolinas, the Barton Bulldogs, this afternoon. As the Crusaders trying to shake off a 4-set loss yesterday to Mount Olive. This is a Crusaders club that competed with Mount Olive very early on. They had an early lead in the first set, but the senior-laden Trojans of Mount Olive were able to get through that first set, winning 25-22. They decimated the Crusaders in set number 2, winning 25-13. The Crusaders got off the deck a little bit in set number 3 to force it to a 4th set, but that's exactly where Mount Olive would finish things off, putting together a very solid 4th set to cap off the evening, getting the 4-set win against the Crusaders and sweep that season series. Today, the Crusaders take on a club that is undefeated in Conference Carolinas play. Jeff Lennox's Barton Bulldogs club made the trip into Charlotte last night, took down Queens University of Charlotte in straight sets last night, and looked to continue a perfect weekend here in the Queen City of the Southeast in Charlotte, North Carolina, as they'll take on the Crusaders this afternoon in a Saturday matinee contest. For the Crusaders last night, Liam Maxwell had 14 kills. Pierce Pliapole had 11 for the Crusaders. Bryce Sullivan, splitting time in the contest with Brennan Davis, had 19 assists in the contest. Davis had 18 to go with 10 digs. Rob Valentine led the way on the defense for the Crusaders with 16 digs in the contest as they want to shake off last night's loss, try to get back into the winning column, and by doing so, it would certainly be a bit of an upset in conference play as Barton has gone through the first 8 contests unscathed and looking to go back to Wilson, North Carolina with a 9-0 record. We'll see what happens as we continue on with the course of this action. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and everything that you need to know on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. We'll be right back. Want to get the most out of your next getaway or business trip? Get over to Belmont, North Carolina, and feel the Hamptonality. At the Hampton Inn Charlotte Belmont at Moncross, we give you friendly service at a great value. You'll rest easy on our clean and fresh Hampton bed. The crisp white linens and duvet give a fresh start to every guest each morning. Every morning begins with our free hot breakfast, including delicious waffles and hearty oatmeal. And with free Wi-Fi, you're guaranteed to stay connected. We're conveniently located just 8 miles from the center of Charlotte, 7 miles from the Charlotte Douglas International Airport, and just 1 mile from Belmont Abbey College. Book your stay by visiting Hampton.com or by calling 704-825-6100. Again, that's Hampton.com or calling 704-825-6100. Feel the Hamptonality at the preferred hotel for Crusaders athletics, the Hampton Inn Charlotte Belmont at Moncross. Looking for up-to-the-minute scores of your favorite Crusader sports? www.abbeyathletics.com. Feature content, including coaches' interviews. www.abbeyathletics.com. Crusaders broadcast on demand. That's right, www.abbeyathletics.com. Your online source for all things Crusaders can be found in one place. www.abbeyathletics.com.
Pain. Pain doesn't just work 9 to 5. Pain can work round the clock, hours and hours, without even thinking of taking a break. So when you're hurting, you don't want to wait for an appointment. You need relief now. Well, there is a solution. Ortho Carolina's Urgent Care can provide relief for the entire family when time is of the essence. Our after-hours clinics are conveniently located near you when you need us. Ortho Carolina's expert staff is ready to treat strains, sprains, minor dislocations, sports injuries, joint pain, and more. The next time you or a loved one is hurting on an evening or over the weekend, we'll be ready to help. It's the same state-of-the-art care, professionalism, and expertise that's made Ortho Carolina a leader in the Southeast. Pain doesn't happen when it's handy, and you shouldn't have to wait to get relief. Visit orthocarolina.com for a list of urgent care locations and hours. Ortho Carolina. You improved.
Gaston County is a great place to raise a family. The benefits of the Charlotte Metro blended with the familiarity of several bedroom communities make Gaston a wonderful place to become a first-time home buyer. But in a shifting market, it's paramount to find a company that will work even harder for you in a very competitive landscape. Might I suggest to you Moss Realty? Moss Realty wants to serve you as an advocate through the home buying process. I've seen the hard work of the staff on a personal level. The attention to detail and their knowledge of Gaston County is top-notch. Moss Realty can help you make a pleasure out of life's biggest purchase. Give them a call at 704-865-5555 or log on to mossrealty.com. The number again, 704-865-5555. Moss Realty can turn dream home searching into dream home living. That number one more time, 704-865-5555. That's Moss Realty. Looking for up-to-the-minute scores of your favorite Crusader sports? www.abbeyathletics.com. Feature content, including coaches' interviews. www.abbeyathletics.com. Crusaders broadcast on demand. That's right, www.abbeyathletics.com. Your online source for all things Crusaders can be found in one place, www.abbeyathletics.com. Back here inside the Wheeler Center as we're about to get started at the top of the 2 o'clock hour between the Barton Bulldogs and the Belmont Abbey Crusaders. Folks, a couple of ways that you can reach out to me throughout the course of this afternoon's broadcast. You can find us on Twitter at the BASN. That's at the BASN on Twitter. I'd love for you to follow us, love for you to tag us on tweets. If you do so, we'd love for you to use the hashtag throughout the course of the broadcast at BAC Live. That's hashtag BAC Live. Also, you can find me at Brian Rushing at bac.edu through email. That's Brian Rushing at bac.edu as the Crusaders about to tangle with the top team in Conference Carolinas in the Barton College Bulldogs. Let's go ahead and take a look at this afternoon's probable starters. For Barton this afternoon, Alexa Berkovich, the reigning Conference Carolinas Player of the Week, will be on the outside. He'll be working alongside Vasilis Mandelaris, the junior out of Chalkida, Greece. Angelos Mandelaris will be on the right side. He's the sophomore out of Chalkida, Greece. Oscar Florentino will be the setter this afternoon, the sophomore out of Bayamon, Puerto Rico. Nick Leary is who we anticipate to get the start this afternoon, a middle blocker, a junior from Christchurch, New Zealand. Justice Lord, another that we anticipate. These are all probables for Barton College, as we have not received Jeff Lennox's official starting lineup as of yet. Justice Lord, 6'7" junior out of Hilo, Hawaii, will be on the floor, is what we suspect. Wilfredo Rivera will be the libero this afternoon for the Barton College Bulldogs, who come in at 11-6 on the season, 8-0, of course, in conference play. This will be the starting lineup for Nolan Albright's Crusaders this afternoon, as Pierce Pliapole, the 6'2 sophomore out of Port Orange, Florida, will get the start on the outside. Opposite of him, we'll have Liam Maxwell, the 6'5 sophomore out of Manahawkin, New Jersey. William Morris will be in the middle, the 6'5 freshman out of Bethesda, Maryland. Also in the middle, Brian Long, the 6'5 freshman out of Downers Grove, Illinois. Gavin Schaefer will run the opposite side this evening, the 6'7 senior out of Lidditz, Pennsylvania. Running the setter position this afternoon will be Brennan Davis, the 5'11 freshman out of Manahawkin, New Jersey. And then the libero this afternoon will be Rob Valentine, the 6'1 senior out of Semi Valley, California. So it'll be Davis at the setter position, Pliapole on the outside with Maxwell in the middle, Long and Morris. Gavin Schaefer will be on the right side. Valentine will run the libero this afternoon for the Crusaders. A doubleheader of action today on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. Soon as we're done here inside the Wheeler Center, we'll pack everything up and bring you an audio-only broadcast of the third game of the series between North Greenville and the Belmont Abbey Crusaders. That game right now, as the last report that I got, was scoreless in the 7-inning opener of the doubleheader. We'll be bringing the 9-inning second game to you here in just a little while as soon as we're done with the action inside the Wheeler Center. Last night, North Greenville took the first of the three games in the Conference Carolina Series by a 5-4 score. Crusaders would love to even things up to take the third game to a rubber series between the Crusaders and the North Greenville University Crusaders. When we come back on the other side of this timeout, we'll have the start of action as the Crusaders take on the Barton Bulldogs on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. We'll be right back. Want to get the most out of your next getaway or business trip? Get over to Belmont, North Carolina, and feel the Hamptonality. At the Hampton Inn Charlotte Belmont at Moncross, we give you friendly service at a great value. You'll rest easy on our clean and fresh Hampton bed. The crisp white linens and duvet give a fresh start to every guest each morning. Every morning begins with our free hot breakfast, including delicious waffles and hearty oatmeal. And with free Wi-Fi, you're guaranteed to stay connected. We're conveniently located just 8 miles from the center of Charlotte, 7 miles from the Charlotte Douglas International Airport, and just 1 mile from Belmont Abbey College. Book your stay by visiting Hampton.com or by calling 704-825-6100. Again, that's Hampton.com or calling 704-825-6100. Feel the Hamptonality at the preferred hotel for Crusaders athletics, the Hampton Inn Charlotte Belmont at Moncross. Looking for up-to-the-minute scores of your favorite Crusader sports? www.abbeyathletics.com. Feature content, including coaches' interviews. www.abbeyathletics.com. Crusaders broadcast on demand. That's right, www.abbeyathletics.com. Your online source for all things Crusaders can be found in one place. www.abbeyathletics.com.
Pain. Pain doesn't just work 9 to 5. Pain can work round the clock, hours and hours, without even thinking of taking a break. So when you're hurting, you don't want to wait for an appointment. You need relief now. Well, there is a solution. Ortho Carolina's Urgent Care can provide relief for the entire family when time is of the essence. Our after-hours clinics are conveniently located near you when you need us. Ortho Carolina's expert staff is ready to treat strains, sprains, minor dislocations, sports injuries, joint pain, and more. The next time you or a loved one is hurting on an evening or over the weekend, we'll be ready to help. It's the same state-of-the-art care, professionalism, and expertise that's made Ortho Carolina a leader in the Southeast. Pain doesn't happen when it's handy, and you shouldn't have to wait to get relief. Visit orthocarolina.com for a list of urgent care locations and hours. Ortho Carolina. You improved.
Gaston County is a great place to raise a family. The benefits of the Charlotte Metro blended with the familiarity of several bedroom communities make Gaston a wonderful place to become a first-time home buyer. But in a shifting market, it's paramount to find a company that will work even harder for you in a very competitive landscape. Might I suggest to you Moss Realty? Moss Realty wants to serve you as an advocate through the home buying process. I've seen the hard work of the staff on a personal level. The attention to detail and their knowledge of Gaston County is top-notch. Moss Realty can help you make a pleasure out of life's biggest purchase. Give them a call at 704-865-5555 or log on to mossrealty.com. The number again, 704-865-5555. Moss Realty can turn dream home searching into dream home living. That number one more time, 704-865-5555. That's Moss Realty. Looking for up-to-the-minute scores of your favorite Crusader sports? www.abbeyathletics.com. Feature content, including coaches' interviews. www.abbeyathletics.com. Crusaders broadcast on demand. That's right, www.abbeyathletics.com. Your online source for all things Crusaders can be found in one place. www.abbeyathletics.com.
Saturdays used to be for college football. Now you drive 300 miles to watch this. Don't get me wrong, you love flag dancing as much as the next guy. All 8 hours of it. But what you really love is your little girl. Yes! Nice pop toss. Flag dancing? We've been there. And with free hot breakfast and a warm welcome, we'll be there for you. Book at Hampton.com for a guaranteed discount on your next weekend stay. Hampton by Hilton.
Crusaders Athletics on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network is brought to you by Pine Island Country Club, Domino's, Moss Realty, the Hampton Inn by Hilton at Moncross, and Ortho Carolina. You improve. We take you now to the www.abbeyathletics.com broadcast booth. It's time to raise the red on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. And good afternoon. We welcome you to the Wheeler Center on the campus of Belmont Abbey College in beautiful Belmont, North Carolina for this Conference Carolinas volleyball matchup between the Barton College Bulldogs and the Belmont Abbey Crusaders. So glad that you could join us this afternoon, along with our camera operator Taylor C. and Kelsey Garrison running the production. This is Brian Rushing. So glad that you could join us for what promises to be a fun afternoon of Belmont Abbey College athletics, as we'll be bringing you a doubleheader. So we'll start today inside the Wheeler Center. We'll wrap up with the third game of the series between baseball as North Greenville will take on the Belmont Abbey Crusaders. We'll be bringing that to you in progress. As soon as we're done here, we'll pack up, head down that way. But for now, the Crusaders take on the top team in Conference Carolinas. That's Jeff Lennox's Barton College Bulldogs. They are 11-6 on the regular season, 8-0 in the conference. The Crusaders sitting at 4-5 in the conference, 6-9 overall. Look to try to go even on this weekend set as they lost in 4 sets to the Mount Olive Trojans. Getting an update from baseball right now. North Greenville leading Belmont Abbey 4-3 in the bottom of the 4th inning, as we'll be keeping track of that throughout the course of the afternoon. Getting started also in the mountains of North Carolina, we've got basketball action between the Belmont Abbey Crusaders and the Limestone College Saints. We'll be giving you updates on that throughout the afternoon, whether we're here at volleyball or possibly down at baseball. That game will likely be over at 4 o'clock. We'll know exactly whether we're going to bring you a special broadcast tomorrow afternoon from Banner Elk, North Carolina, of the Crusaders possibly being in the conference championship. But for now, we turn our attention to courtside as Liam Maxwell will get things started for the white-clad Crusaders, going from right to left here in this opening set. Maxwell with the jump serve goes cross court. Down the middle, covered by the Crusaders. Davis out to Pliapole. Pliapole finds space, and the Crusaders have a quick 1-0 lead. Is Justice Lord running the middle for Barton. On the outside, you've got Alexa Berkovich, Angelos, and Vasilis Mandelaris. So that swing taken by Vasilis Mandelaris. He gets the kill, and we're tied at 1 apiece. Side out for the Bulldogs. Alexa Berkovich on the outside with Barton. Back to serve will be Justice Lord, the junior out of Hilo, Hawaii. Lord slides forward, serves it across to Valentine. William Morris with the kill as he goes to the far side. Gets the kill. Morris back to serve. 2-1 lead for the Abbey. Morris, top spin, serves over to Berkovich. Berkovich takes the swing, misses wide. The Crusaders have a 3-1 advantage. Alexa Berkovich, the reigning Conference Carolinas Player of the Week. As Morris sends the serve wide right. 3-2 the lead. As Barton will have the side out. Going back to serve will be Oscar Fiorentino, the sophomore out of Bayamon, Puerto Rico. Fiorentino, 553 assists coming into this contest. Of course, Barton last night defeated the Queens Royals 3-0. Long takes the swing, finds the crease, and the Crusaders get the side out back immediately, leading 4-2. Gavin Schaefer back to serve for the Crusaders. As that serve sails long. And Barton with the side out, trailing 4-3. We'll have Alexa Berkovich back to serve, the junior out of Belgrade, Serbia. Berkovich tosses high, top spin serve, dug out by Maxwell. Long takes the swing. It'll be covered by Wilfredo Rivera. On the near side, over to Valentine. Davis, back row set to Maxwell, and Maxwell goes high, hammers it down the middle. It's a 5-3 lead for the Abbey as Pierce Pliapole goes back to serve. Maxwell from the back row, when he gets in the air, there's almost a breathless anticipation for what comes next. And he didn't disappoint that time as the swing from Mandelaris. Vasilis Mandelaris goes off the block, out of bounds. Side out for Barton. Is back to serve will be Charles Hyde, the senior out of Melbourne, Australia. Hyde on the year. 4 service aces, and that serve sails long. The Crusaders will take back the side out, leading 6-4. Brian Long back to serve for the Crusaders. Has it dug out by the Bulldogs. They'll go far side, and Mandelaris sends it right down the line in front of Schaefer. 6-5 the score, side out for the Bulldogs. Angelos Mandelaris. The topspin serve unable to be recovered by the Crusaders, and we're tied at 6 apiece. Angelos Mandelaris with the serve, covered by Pliapole, and that pass too tight. Davis keeps it alive. Rivera goes to Vasilis Mandelaris, and Valentine keeps it alive. Maxwell. Valentine, back row set to Pliapole. Barton on the attack. They'll push it to the corner. Schaefer gets the first touch for the Abbey. Maxwell takes it off the block. Mandelaris will get the return. Takes it off the block of Davis and Morris. And it's 7-6 in favor of Barton. Last night we saw a Mount Olive club, a senior-laden group. Very strong, very athletic. This is a Barton club that might be a little smaller than Mount Olive, but their skill set is probably at the apex of anybody in Conference Carolina's play. Make no mistake about it, they have got a skill set, especially on the outside, that is the cream of the crop in this conference. Davis, top spin serve, out to Mandelaris. The swing to Angelos, dug out by Davis. Valentine goes to Schaefer. Schaefer hits the changeup. Rivero keeps alive. They'll poke it across. Davis to Morris, and Morris with a little bit of a push just past the 10-foot line gets it in front of Rivero. And the Crusaders have the 8-7 advantage. It's Davis. Sends it forward into the net, and it's 8 apiece. Talked about it last night in the 25-22 first set loss for the Crusaders, and a very nip and tuck first set. The Crusaders with 5 service errors. They definitely do not want to replicate the narrative of last night's first set. Vasilis Mandelaris serves it across. Maxwell takes it, and that's a tough play for Liam Maxwell, showing his ability to ad-lib on the swing. Davis basically set it from behind him. The ball coming toward the net, he had to make the adjustment, a great adjustment by Maxwell. Lord finds the corner, and it's 9-9, side out for the Bulldogs. And Justice Lord will get his second turn in the rotation for the Bulldogs. Lord slides forward, knuckles it across to Maxwell. Schaefer will go to Pliapole, who sends it across to Lord. Back set, goes crossways. Davis can't dig it out. Angelos Mandelaris with the kill, and it's 10-9 in favor of the Bulldogs. Lord, multiple bounces, spins, examines the floor, and now slides forward. Sends it across to Maxwell. Schaefer takes the swing. It's dug out by Angelos Mandelaris. Berkovich hits the changeup. Morris keeps it alive. Pliapole goes cross court off the contact of Lord. And the Crusaders get the side out, tied 10 apiece. Pliapole had 11 kills last night, and he's starting to maybe really get his feet under him from an outside hitter position. We'll talk more about that in a little bit as he's making a change. As that swing from Berkovich sails wide. Doing my best to keep myself protected. At the same time, Kelsey Garrison, Brittany Olaf right down here floor side, just about caught the brunt of that one. As that swing dug out by Maxwell. Davis to Pliapole, goes cross court and just misses by an eyelash. Side out for Barton, tied 11 apiece. Back to serve will be Oscar Fiorentino. Pliapole goes to Valentine. Pliapole pushes across now on the second chance. Barton will get an opportunity, and now the Crusaders. To Schaefer. Barton will free it over. Davis to Long, and he gets it across. As the quick set there for Long, the timing had to be exquisite, and Long was able to deposit it to the floor, and the Crusaders get the side out, leading 12-11. And as we're thinking about tempo and pacing here, the Crusaders have to like where they are. As Berkovich, I should say, Angelos Mandelaris with the kill, keeps it at 12 apiece. As Berkovich will go back to serve. As this is one of these things where Barton wants to play up tempo. And for the Crusaders, that flow has not really gotten too quick here in the early going. Berkovich, topspin serve, hits the tape. Davis, back row set to Schaefer across. It's into the net. And it's 13-12. It's Berkovich ready to serve. The down official having the conversation with Nolan Albright. Albright, I do not think, found anything in that conversation to his satisfaction. It's Maxwell to Davis. Long has it dug out by Rivera. Berkovich never could get on top of it as he sent it beyond or off the wall ahead of the padding. That padding sits about 6 or 7 feet off the floor, and Berkovich hit the bricks above it. Pliapole with the serve, floats it across to Rivera. They'll go outside Vasilis Mandelaris, and they'll call a net violation on the Crusaders. I believe Brennan Davis, the guilty party, is the score 14-13 in favor of Barton. Charles Hyde to serve. Maxwell, that's a good adjustment, as he pretty much caught that at about ear level and was still able to put a good enough swing on it to get it to the floor. So it ties things up at 14. Long to serve. Vasilis Mandelaris with the kill off the block, and Barton will get the side out, leading by 1. Angelos Mandelaris back to serve. And that's going to send just a hair long. Side out for the Crusaders, and that was close. I mean, really, really close. Davis to serve, tied at 15 apiece. The swing sails long as Angelos Mandelaris misses there. The Crusaders have the 1-point advantage at 16-15. Vasilis Mandelaris will catch it a piece off the block, gets the kill, And we're tied at 16 as going back to serve will be Vasilis Mandelaris. Mandelaris. Tosses it about as high as I've seen anybody in the conference. Really tries to torque the serve as the swing from Schaefer sails wide right. The lead 17-16 in favor of the Bulldogs. And Nolan Albright wants a timeout. We'll take it with him as the Crusaders trail by 1 on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. Gaston County is a great place to raise a family. The benefits of the Charlotte Metro blended with the familiarity of several bedroom communities make Gaston a wonderful place to become a first-time home buyer. But in a shifting market, it's paramount to find a company that will work even harder for you in a very competitive landscape. Might I suggest to you Moss Realty? Moss Realty wants to serve you as an advocate through the home buying process. I've seen the hard work of the staff on a personal level. The attention to detail and their knowledge of Gaston County is top-notch. Moss Realty can help you make a pleasure out of life's biggest purchase. Give them a call at 704-865-5555 or log on to mossrealty.com. The number again, 704-865-5555. Moss Realty can turn dream home searching into dream home living. That number one more time, 704-865-5555. That's Moss Realty. The housing market is ever-changing. How do the new tax laws affect both buyers and sellers in the marketplace? Moss Realty has an answer. They've got a knowledgeable, personable staff on the ready to assist you with life's biggest purchase. Give them a call at 704-865-5555 or log on to mossrealty.com to speak with an agent today. Updating basketball. Congratulations to Daquan Abram of men's basketball, a first-team all-conference selection in Conference Carolinas. The Crusaders tipping off as we speak against Limestone up in Banner Elk. As that serve from Vasilis Mandelaris sails well long, 17 apiece. Side out for the Crusaders. Liam Maxwell to serve. I do have an update from baseball I'll get to in just a little bit. Maxwell with the jump serve goes cross court. Mandelaris comes away with it. Berkovich takes the swing, and it's going to be a double contact by Justice Lord as the block came off the swing. Morris and Schaefer in the mix as it basically hit Lord and kind of stuck to him and rattled around a little bit. The double contact give the Crusaders a 1-point lead. Maxwell goes down the line to Berkovich this time. Angelos Mandelaris has it dug out by Davis. Schaefer takes it off the block, and the contact there by Berkovich and Lord makes it 18 apiece as Lord, I thought was going to go back to serve. That is not correct, as he'll be subbed in for as Michael Perez, the senior out of Miami, Florida, a transfer from Florida International, will step to the service line. 18 apiece the score here in the opening set. Perez tops it over to Valentine. Maxwell has that one covered by Angelos Mandelaris. Mandelaris on the pass from his brother Vasilis puts it into the net, and it's a Crusaders lead at 19-18. Carter Eck in the serve for William Morris. So the Crusaders in a spot here. Carter Eck coming in, and his job is simple. Put a good serve on the other side of the floor. They'll go to Mandelaris and Berkovich, and they'll get the kill out of it, but there was obviously some miscommunication there as Berkovich and Mandelaris both attempting to attack the ball, and I'm pretty sure that was not the way that Jeff Lennox drew it up. As Barton will get the side out. As Fiorentino back to serve. A strange-looking play there by the Bulldogs. Maxwell goes back row. It's out of bounds. The Crusaders get the point, and they retake a 1-point lead at 20-19. Gavin Schaefer back to serve. And Angelos Mandelaris makes quick work of that pass, putting it onto the floor. 20 all the scores. Berkovich goes back to serve. Berkovich tosses high, sends it across into the net. So Berkovich missed by about a foot from getting that over. Pliapole will get the side out for the Crusaders as Belmont Abbey leads by 1. And perhaps the Crusaders, maybe, as that serve goes into the net, tied at 21. I was going to say the Crusaders may be able to capture some lightning in a bottle here in the early going, as Lord will replace Perez. Going back to serve, be Charles Hyde. This is a critical side out for the Crusaders. They would be well served to go ahead and end this Barton run of serve at 1. Long takes it off the block, mission accomplished. A simple play to Brian Long from the middle. He takes it off the block, and the Crusaders have the 22-21 lead with Long back to serve. Long tosses high, sends it across to Berkovich. Angelos Mandelaris was one-on-one with Maxwell. There's no one able to slide over in time to help Maxwell, and it's tied at 22. As Angelos Mandelaris back to serve for Barton. Pliapole, the pass too tight, and Barton will try to take advantage, and they do. They get the 23-22 lead. It's the Crusaders caught off guard by Fiorentino's second ball. As Artur Kozlowski will come in for Pliapole with the Crusaders down by a point late in this first set. Down the line to Maxwell. Davis, they'll return it to Maxwell. Maxwell takes it off the block of Justice Lord, and we're tied at 23. So this is what it comes down to, folks. Brennan Davis back to serve at 23 apiece, 2 points. And the Crusaders have for themselves a first set win. And you know the old axiom, you can't win them all if you don't win the first one. And that's a service ace for Brennan Davis, as he caught Berkovich leaning the other way, and the Crusaders have a set point as they lead 24-23. And Jeff Lennox wants a timeout, and we'll take it with him. So the Crusaders have the 1-point advantage. We'll be right back.
Pain. Pain doesn't just work 9 to 5. Pain can work round the clock, hours and hours, without even thinking of taking a break. So when you're hurting, you don't want to wait for an appointment. You need relief now. Well, there is a solution. Ortho Carolina's Urgent Care can provide relief for the entire family when time is of the essence. Our after-hours clinics are conveniently located near you when you need us. Ortho Carolina's expert staff is ready to treat strains, sprains, minor dislocations, sports injuries, joint pain, and more. The next time you or a loved one is hurting on an evening or over the weekend, we'll be ready to help. It's the same state-of-the-art care, professionalism, and expertise that's made Ortho Carolina a leader in the Southeast. Pain doesn't happen when it's handy, and you shouldn't have to wait to get relief. Visit orthocarolina.com for a list of urgent care locations and hours. Ortho Carolina. You improve.
Back here inside the Wheeler Center, set point for the Crusaders. Let's go ahead and update baseball. Last report I got just a little bit ago, the Crusaders had retaken a lead at 5-4. They had runners on the corners with one out in the bottom of the fourth inning. We'll update you throughout the day as to what happens over at baseball before we finally wrap up the weekend with action from Abbey Yard, the finale of the 3-game set between North Greenville and Belmont Abbey. Davis to serve. Out to Berkovich. Outside, Vasilis Mandelaris. And the Crusaders have an opportunity to finish the first set. Schaefer takes the swing and sends it long. And we're tied at 24. As the Crusaders narrowly missed an opportunity there to take set number one. Vasilis Mandelaris back to serve. Tops it over to Kozlowski. Maxwell finds the gap, and it's set point Crusaders. Pliopole in for Kozlowski. Maxwell back to serve. A 1-point advantage for the Crusaders. The crowd on their feet, quietly awaiting the result of this one. And Maxwell sends the serve long. We're tied at 25. Justice Lord will go back to serve for Barton. Lord sends it to Maxwell. Morris. Lord keeps it alive, and Morris at the net cleans it up. Morris will go back to serve, a third set point for the Abbey. Morris back to serve. Angelos Mandelaris has it off the block, and Brian Long with the solo block. And the Crusaders draw first blood as they win set number one, 27-25. We'll be back on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. Conference Carolinas, competition amongst 10 colleges and universities across North and South Carolina, as well as Tennessee. Over 3,000 student athletes competing at the highest level of NCAA Division II athletics, with annual selections to postseason play. Conference Carolinas is dedicated to student athletes not only succeeding on the field, but in the classroom and after graduation. Keep up with us at conferencecarolinas.com. Be sure to follow us at CONF Carolinas on our various social media platforms.
Pain. Pain doesn't just work 9 to 5. Pain can work round the clock, hours and hours, without even thinking of taking a break. So when you're hurting, you don't want to wait for an appointment. You need relief now. Well, there is a solution. Ortho Carolina's Urgent Care can provide relief for the entire family when time is of the essence. Our after-hours clinics are conveniently located near you when you need us. Ortho Carolina's expert staff is ready to treat strains, sprains, minor dislocations, sports injuries, joint pain, and more. The next time you or a loved one is hurting on an evening or over the weekend, we'll be ready to help. It's the same state-of-the-art care, professionalism, and expertise that's made Ortho Carolina a leader in the Southeast. Pain doesn't happen when it's handy, and you shouldn't have to wait to get relief. Visit orthocarolina.com for a list of urgent care locations and hours. Ortho Carolina. You improve.
Back here inside the Wheeler Center, one set in the books. The Crusaders win 27-25. Let's go and take a look at some of the numbers. And the Crusaders catching some lightning in a bottle. A .281 attack percentage, 14 kills with only 5 errors. You take a look at Barton on the other side, 14 kills, 7 attack errors. They were just at a 200 clip in that first set. So the Crusaders got 6 kills from Liam Maxwell, Morris, and Long with 3 apiece. So the Crusaders were able to get things going and were able to survive a first set, getting the win at 27-25. The Barton Bulldogs came into this match winners of 25 out of 27 sets. The only teams to take sets from Barton so far in conference play was Mount Olive. They've played each other one time. Mount Olive took 2 sets as they went to a 5-set thriller earlier in the year. Barton also lost a set to Erskine, which is a bit of a surprise, in all honesty. Erskine has 1 conference win on the year. Erskine was able to take a set out of Barton. The Crusaders have taken the first set from Barton, and we'll see what happens from here, as it's now game on. Essentially, if the Crusaders can continue to play at the good level that they've been at thus far and sort of weather the Bulldog storm, if you will, and I'm sure they're going to see in set number 2, perhaps the Crusaders can do what nobody else has been able to do in conference play so far this year, which is take down the Bulldogs in conference action. But I have a feeling that Jeff Lennox's crew is going to be minding their P's and Q's in this second set. And the Crusaders are going to get the Bulldogs' best shot in set number 2. Vasilis Mandelaris led the way for Barton with 8 kills. Angelos, his brother, had 4 kills in that first set. Oscar Fiorentino with 13 assists. Got an update from conference basketball tournament at Lees McRae College. Belmont Abbey 19-15 over Limestone with 6:21 to play in the first half. As Limestone has beaten Belmont Abbey twice in the regular year. The last time they played each other, the Crusaders lost 63-60. And I would imagine you're going to see a ball possession type game. So the Crusaders would prefer to play more up-tempo against Limestone. But right now it looks like this is going to be a game destined for the 60s or early 70s. But the Crusaders have the 4-point advantage. Mandelaris with the serve. So go to Maxwell. Maxwell takes it off the block of Justice Lord. And the Crusaders get off to a good start. Maxwell back to serve. The last 2 times that Limestone has faced off against the Crusaders have won in conference tournament action. The Crusaders won the 2012-13 championship at Limestone to get only their second conference tournament title in the century. Mandelaris pokes it across. It's covered by Morris. Vasilis Mandelaris has that dug out by Valentine. Maxwell takes it off the block. It's 2-0 Crusaders. Well, I don't know how this is going to go by the time we're all done here at the Wheeler Center, but the Crusaders are certainly playing at an elevated level emotionally. They are definitely engaged in this contest. Berkovich with the dig. And Gavin Schaefer gets into the act with a solo block on Vasilis Mandelaris, and the Crusaders lead 3-0. That was textbook. As Schaefer put his block perfectly angled toward the floor, there was no chance for Barton to recover off of that block. Lord has it blocked by Morris. Dug out by Davis, and Lord will put it away easily. And the score 3-1 as Barton will get the side out. Vasilis Mandelaris back to serve. And make no mistake about it, the longer this match goes, the more the Crusaders feel like that they are able to compete in this contest. The more the crowd gets into it for them here in the Wheeler Center, the better the Crusaders' chances are actually coming away with the win, as that is going to be a service ace. As all the sting on that serve taken away by the top of the tape. The ace for Mandelaris makes it 3-2 in favor of the Crusaders. Out to Valentine. And Fiorentino, that was easy pickings for Fiorentino. He gets the kill. And just like that, Barton has run off 3 straight. We're tied at 3. Serve sails long. Crusaders get the side out back, leading 4-3. Back to serve, William Morris. Morris last night had a very solid evening as that serve sails wide, evening it back up at 4 apiece. Checking into the contest for Barton will be Nick Leary as he'll replace Rivera on the front line as Lord goes back to serve. Morris in the contest last night had 8 kills and just 11 attacks. He had 2 errors, a .545 attack percentage. Long takes it off the block. Leary had that roll down his arm. Nobody spotted it initially. But the 4 contacts will give the side out to the Crusaders. 5-4 the lead. Schaefer to serve. Sends that serve long. It misses by about a foot. And we're tied at 5. And again, nothing takes the sting out of momentum like service errors. And I understand that the club is going to try to be as ambitious as possible with their serving, but you got to put it in play. Outside to Berkovich. Berkovich goes cross court, gets the kill. Barton with the lead at 6-5. Rivera slides forward, knuckles it across. Maxwell has it dug out by Mandelaris. They'll go to Berkovich, and that double is late developing, and they're going to go off the touch, the point to Barton. 7-5 the score. Fiorentino. Pliapole. They'll go backside set to Angelos Mandelaris. Took it off the block of Pliapole, and it's a 3-point lead for Barton. Maxwell. Leary had it blocked by Davis. They'll go back again to Angelos Mandelaris. A very tight angle, maybe a little too ambitious there. Misses wide. It's 8-6. The Crusaders trail by 2, but they have the side out. Angelos Mandelaris finds the crease as he essentially went over the block. Davis was on the outside. Long was a little late getting there, and he basically went over the top of the block, finding the space on the backside, making it 9-6 in favor of Barton. Berkovich hits it heavy, dug out by Valentine. Schaefer tried to go to the corner. Now Vasilis Mandelaris has it dug out by Valentine. That's a tough angle. We'll see what the Crusaders can do with it. Schaefer keeps it alive. Valentine back to Maxwell. He'll loop it across. Vasilis Mandelaris, and he finds the open spot on the floor. And it's 10-6. Berkovich back to serve for Barton. Long tried to inside out it, and he finds the line. Fiorentino very upset with himself as he feels like that now he should have played it, thinking it was going to go out of bounds. Crusaders trail by 3, Long with the serve. Berkovich. Bang. That was impressive. Berkovich with the kill makes it 11-7. As Leary back to serve for Barton. Nick Leary, the 6'8 junior out of Christchurch, New Zealand, puts it into the net. And the Crusaders will get the side out, down by 3. Brendan Davis back to serve. Davis puts it right on the paint. The service ace makes it 11-9. Davis with a second ace of the contest. Gotten the Crusaders within a pair. Vasilis Mandelaris. Lord. Perhaps the Crusaders reading that it was going to go back to Mandelaris on the outside. Lord just sort of reaches up and just bangs it across, getting the kill. Barton with the side out. Angelos Mandelaris back to serve. Pliapole to Davis. Maxwell sends it wide. And Nolan Albright's contesting, pleading with somebody to listen to him, contesting that the ball was in. The floor official not giving him any help or relief whatsoever, making it 13-9. Brkovich, and they're going to call a 10-foot violation as Brkovich was actually on the 10-foot line from the back row. And Liam Maxwell, down 13-10, will get the side out for the Crusaders. Rivera, Fiorentino, goes to Vasilis Mandelaris, Pliapole, the joust. Morris keeps it alive, and the Crusaders get a reprieve. Schaefer, covered by Maxwell. Vasilis Mandelaris gets it over the block of Morris as he was just a hair late. As Morris was trying to collect his feet and make his jump, the swing had already taken place. Barton with the 4-point lead. Vasilis Mandelaris back to serve. Davis to Pliapole. Pliapole will take it off the block. So it looks like it went off of Justice Lord. And the Crusaders get the side out as Morris goes back to serve, down by 3. Rivera might have kept that in play for the Crusaders, as Morris can't dig that out. As I have a feeling that serve was going to sail long, but the Crusaders got some help. Leary back on the floor as Lord goes back to serve. Lord sends it across off the tape. Davis to the outside to Pliapole, has it dug out by Lord. Brkovich dug out by Valentine. Maxwell finds the far sideline to be very good, tucks it just inside, and the Crusaders trail again by 3 as Schaefer goes back to serve. Fiorentino goes to Brkovich, and Brkovich buries it onto the floor, takes a piece of the official with him. And Fiorentino goes back to serve, 16-12 up against the Crusaders here in set number 2. The Abbey does have the first set advantage. Long has it dug out by Vasilis Mandelaris. They'll go to Angelos on the other side, and Maxwell wished he had that one back, because he was not able to put that one back in play for the Crusaders. And it's 17-12. Nolan Albright is going to ask for a timeout, I believe, or perhaps no. He definitely asked if he had timeouts, and he does. Maxwell dug out by Fiorentino. And Angelos Mandelaris with the kill makes it 18-12. Now Nolan Albright wants the timeout. Barton leads by 6 in set number 2. We'll be right back. Looking for up-to-the-minute scores of your favorite Crusader sports? www.abbeyathletics.com. Feature content, including coaches' interviews. www.abbeyathletics.com. Crusaders broadcast on demand. That's right, www.abbeyathletics.com. Your online source for all things Crusaders can be found in one place, www.abbeyathletics.com.
Picture this. It's Monday afternoon and you're at Domino's buying a large 3-topping pizza. You give the Domino's employee $7.99 plus tax, of course. Now, picture this. It's Friday and you're at Domino's buying a large 3-topping pizza. You give the Domino's employee more than you paid Monday. You feel bamboozled. But then you hear this.
Domino's extended its $7.99 large 3-topping carryout deal to all day, every day.
And so you danced and ate Domino's. Carry out only. You must ask for this limited time offer. Prices, participation, and charges may vary.
Folks, your all things for Crusaders action can be found at www.abbeyathletics.com for stats, standing stories, and a full schedule of the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. Log on to www.abbeyathletics.com. Men's basketball leading 27-26 at the half. Amy Cloninger working the press table here, keeping me abreast of everything going on. Baseball trailing 7-5. They had runners at second and third with one out in the bottom of the fifth. Now there's two outs. I don't like what Amy just told me. It's back to serve. It'll be Fiorentino. Barton with the 18-12 lead here in set number 2. Bryce Sullivan on the floor for the Crusaders. It's Nolan Albright going to him a little earlier tonight than we saw last night. Eck on the floor as well. As the point goes to the Crusaders as Pliapole goes off the block. It's 18-13. And Nolan Albright wanting to try to generate a narrative here for the Crusaders. Maybe step it up a little bit. Bryce Sullivan last night had 19 assists in that 4-set loss to Mount Olive as Leary goes up high and just drops it straight down. 19-13 the score as Alexa Berkovich back to serve. Sullivan was on the floor orchestrating the offense in that third set win that the Crusaders got 25-22 over Mount Olive. That ball hits the tape out to Maxwell, and Leary just basically buries it onto the floor. Sullivan went up, but as soon as he went up, he realized that Nick Leary was on the other side and he was not going to win that joust. And he went looking for the exits. 20-13 the score. And that's a service ace for Berkovich. So we knew that Barton was going to give the Crusaders their best shot. Berkovich. Maxwell to Sullivan. Maxwell cuts it across on a loop. Fiorentino to Berkovich. Berkovich, that was an awkward swing from the 10-row line, or the 10-foot line. Berkovich tried to poke it in the air, couldn't get to it. The Crusaders get the side out, down by 7. Brian Long back to serve. The Crusaders basketball team looking for an opportunity to play in the conference final for the first time since 2013. Fiorentino, Vasilis Mandelaris finds the corner, and it's 22-14. Nick Leary back to serve. And if you would have told me a month ago that the Crusaders were a game away from vying for a championship, I'd said okay. As Lord with the block there on the swing from Morris. However, the Crusaders limped into the conference tournament, losing 7 straight games. But after defeating King on Tuesday night, all is not lost for basketball. So that ball goes into the net. Service error by Leary. 23-14 or 23-15 as Carter Eck goes back to serve. Eck sends it back to Rivera. Berkovich takes it off the block of Morris. And it's set point for Barton. It's Angelos Mandelaris back to serve. Schaefer back in for Sullivan. Eck replaced by Davis. Davis. Maxwell took it off of Vasilis Mandelaris with a bit of a changeup. And the Crusaders avert one set point. 24-16 the score. Mandelaris will take it off the touch over Maxwell. And that's the second set. Barton dispatches the Crusaders 25-16. We've played 2 sets. We're even at 1 apiece. We'll be back on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. Back here inside the Wheeler Center, we're 1 set apiece between the Crusaders and the Barton College Bulldogs. Barton with a convincing second set win, 25-16. This Vasilis Mandelaris with 12 kills already through 2 sets. Angelos Mandelaris has 8 kills. The difference for Barton, their attack was considerably more substantive in set number 2, as they were able to attack at a 5-16 clip. 19 kills out of 25 points scored, just 3 attack errors. 5-16. That's good enough, no doubt about it. Maxwell back to serve to begin set number 3. Cross court to Mandelaris. Lord takes it off the block of Morris. And Barton draws the first point of set number 3 as Lord goes back to serve. Crusaders win set number 1, 27-25. As they saw Barton not necessarily clicking anywhere close to the level that they were in set number 2. As the point goes to Barton, as Lord will get another serve. 2-1 or 2-0 the lead in favor of the Bulldogs. Pliapole takes it off the block. Fiorentino, that pass a little on the far edge. Pliapole had to make the adjustment, put it right into the block of Fiorentino. He gets the block kill, and it's 3-0 in favor of the Bulldogs. Maxwell has it dug out by Mandelaris. Lord goes to Fiorentino. And the Crusaders with an opportunity to attack. And that'll be 4 contacts on the Crusaders, making it 4-0. Schaefer takes the swing off the deflection. Point to the Crusaders. They get the side out. They're on the board, trailing 4-1. As Morris back to serve. Chair official having a conversation with Nolan Albright after that point. And the Crusaders keep it alive as Morris with the diving stop on contact number 2. But Leary dispatches that point. 5-1 the lead for Barton as they'll get the side out. The official coming over to let Nolan Albright know prior to that serve that Pierce Pliapole coming dangerously close to a positional fault at the start of the previous point. Maxwell. The plain violation on Davis as the ball had crossed onto the Barton side where Davis tried to take it back. Not able to do that. Nolan Albright wants the timeout. A 6-1 lead for Barton. We'll come back on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network.
Pain. Pain doesn't just work 9 to 5. Pain can work round the clock, hours and hours, without even thinking of taking a break. So when you're hurting, you don't want to wait for an appointment. You need relief now. Well, there is a solution. Ortho Carolina's Urgent Care can provide relief for the entire family when time is of the essence. Our after-hours clinics are conveniently located near you when you need us. Ortho Carolina's expert staff is ready to treat strains, sprains, minor dislocations, sports injuries, joint pain, and more. The next time you or a loved one is hurting on an evening or over the weekend, we'll be ready to help. It's the same state-of-the-art care, professionalism, and expertise that's made Ortho Carolina a leader in the Southeast. Pain doesn't happen when it's handy, and you shouldn't have to wait to get relief. Visit orthocarolina.com for a list of urgent care locations and hours. Ortho Carolina. You improve.
Folks, immediately following every broadcast on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network is the Ortho Carolina postgame show. Insights, interviews, and perspectives of this afternoon's action on the Ortho Carolina postgame show. Ortho Carolina, you improved. So we'll have 2 Ortho Carolina postgame shows as we'll wrap up here inside the Wheeler Center at some point this afternoon. Then we'll take our traveling show down to Abbey Yard for the Crusaders taking on the Crusaders. North Greenville versus Belmont Abbey. It's the wrap-up of the 3-game series between the 2 clubs. We'll have the Ortho Carolina postgame show immediately following that audio-only action. As the kill for the Crusaders gets the side out, they trail 6-2. Gavin Schaefer back to serve. Rivera, Fiorentino, Leary, Valentine keeps it alive. Maxwell to Rivera. Fiorentino goes to Berkovich. Davis to Long, and the Crusaders get the kill. 6-3 the score. Schaefer sends it across to Berkovich. On the outside, Angelos Mandelaris with the kill off the block of Long. Side out for the Bulldogs. Berkovich back to serve. Berkovich tosses high, sends it across firmly to Valentine. Maxwell takes it off the block, long, puts it into the net. So he saw Leary lurking, and he puts it into the net. 8-3 the score. Barton in a good spot here. It's Berkovich back to serve. Sends it wide, side out for the Crusaders. Pliable back to serve for the Abbey. 8-4 down. Sends it to Vasilis Mandelaris. Berkovich back row set. And that was a good job of activity there for Barton. As Mandelaris went hard to the outside as if he was going to receive the ball, they instead go to Berkovich, and Berkovich was one-on-one off the block, gets the kill, and it's 9-4. Leary back to serve. And the Crusaders have that offensive disrupted by Vasilis Mandelaris at the net, making it a 10-4 score in favor of Barton. Davis gets disrupted again by Mandelaris and Vasilis Mandelaris. Creating a lot of interference for the Crusaders as Pliable will depart for Carter Eck. His two passes consecutively there for Brennan Davis have been tied on the net, and Mandelaris hasn't finished the point, but he's certainly disrupted the offensive rhythm of the Crusaders. Mandelaris is met with a little bit of his own medicine there as Brennan Davis gets the block. And the Crusaders will have Davis back to serve, down 11-5. Or perhaps not. Brian Long will go back to serve. Lord takes it off of Long. Side out for the Bulldogs. Angelos Mandelaris back to serve for Barton. The serve sailed long. Schaefer went racing across the back line, had to duck to get away from the volleyball. As Davis will now serve down 12-6. Serve sails wide. And Barton will have Vasilis Mandelaris go back to serve. 13-6, the advantage for Jeff Lennox's Bulldogs. And that's a service ace as Mandelaris goes down the line, gets the ace, and it's 14-6. So if Barton needed a wake-up call, the first set was certainly that. As since the first set, they have raced out from sets 2 and 3. They have raced out to a 39-25 score. Or should say 39-23. Since the end of the first set. Mandelaris with the dink, covered by Schaefer. Schaefer loops it across to Mandelaris. And now Lord. And it's very intriguing to watch the Spartan Club play with the level of intricacy that they utilize. And it's just very small little things. As Fiorentino was about to receive the pass from the back line, Vasilis Mandalera started clapping as if he really wanted the ball from the back row. And that wasn't even in the plans as Fiorentino went outside. His X-swing covered by Barton. Schaefer will take it across. Lord with the dig. Now they'll go to Angelos Mandalaris, who takes it off the block, out of bounds. The point to the Bulldogs, 16-7 the score. Lord puts it into the top of the net. It trickles back on the Barton side. 16-8 the score. Perkovic takes it off the block. Eck cannot get to it. And it'll be a side out to the Bulldogs. So Oscar Fiorentino back to serve. So he starts at the baseline of basketball, slides forward to Maxwell. Long is met by Leary. Eck will take the swing and take it off the block. Side out for the Crusaders, trailing 17-9. Schaefer to Rivera. Outside, Mandalaris was met by nobody at the net. He is able to deposit the ball off the dig attempt by Maxwell, making it 18-9. Nolan Albright wants a timeout. We'll take it with him on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. Gaston County is a great place to raise a family. The benefits of the Charlotte Metro blended with the familiarity of several bedroom communities make Gaston a wonderful place to become a first-time home buyer. But in a shifting market, it's paramount to find a company that will work even harder for you in a very competitive landscape. Might I suggest to you Moss Realty? Moss Realty wants to serve you as an advocate through the home buying process. I've seen the hard work of the staff on a personal level. The attention to detail and their knowledge of Gaston County is top-notch. Moss Realty can help you make a pleasure out of life's biggest purchase. Give them a call at 704-865-5555 or log on to mossrealty.com. The number again, 704-865-5555. Moss Realty can turn dream home searching into dream home living. That number one more time, 704-865-5555. That's Moss Realty. Back here inside the Wheeler. Congratulations to men's lacrosse as they defeat Queens on Thursday night, 10-4. A road win for the Crusaders, their first and only road game this year. They get the win 10-4 against a top 20 team in Queens University. Crusaders are now 5-0, ranked in the top 10 nationally, and they've got a critical matchup on Wednesday against Lenore Ryan. We hope that you will join us for that contest. So the Crusaders will be on the air 3:15 Wednesday against Lenore Ryan on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. Berkovich back to serve. Dug out by Maxwell. Sullivan back on the floor. Berkovich with the left hand, dug out by Schaefer. Berkovich again. Mandalaris kept alive by Valentine. Maxwell can't get it over. 19-9 the score. As Barton racing out again. And just when you think the second set attack percentage couldn't be any better, they're upping it in set number 3 right now at 571. Carter Eck can't get to that serve. Berkovich goes down the line. We'll have a substitution as Davis back on for Schaefer. 20-19, or 20-9 the score, I should say. My apologies. As Colin Lockwood will check into the contest for the Crusaders. Lockwood to Sullivan. Eck punches it across. And Vasilis Mandelaris misses wide. And it's point to the Crusaders. As Carter Eck goes back to serve. Leary over to Valentine. Valentine keeps it alive. Angelos Mandelaris and Brian Long with the deflection. He gets the solo block, and it's 20-11. They've gone to a timeout up in Banner Elk. 14:56 remaining in the ball game. Limestone leads Belmont Abbey 36-34. Mandelaris puts it on the paint. Near side. Lead goes back to 10, a side out for Leary and the Bulldogs. Valentine. Maxwell loops it, and that is beautifully done. As the Mandelaris brothers work together with Justice Lord to work a three-man block rotation there. And Maxwell said, I'm not going to go through it, not going to go around it, I'm going to go over it. Beautifully done. Long service into the net. 22-12 to score. Barton will have Angelo Mandelaris back to serve. Service into the net. Sullivan on to serve. Lockwood out. Schaefer in. Vasilis Mandelaris goes off the block of Schaefer. And it'll be a side out Bulldogs, 23-13 the score. Service into the net for Mandelaris. And it's 23-14, a side out for Liam Maxwell. So go cross court to Maxwell. Berkovich puts it into the net. 23-15 the score. So the Crusaders have it back to within 8. Maxwell goes near side into the net, and it's set point for Barton. Checking in for the Bulldogs will be Michael Perez. Crusaders 1 point away from finding themselves down 2-1 to the top team in Conference, Carolinas. Valentine with the dig. Maxwell takes it off the block of Leary, and that does it. Third set comes to a close. Barton has the 2-1 lead as they win set number 3 by a 25-15 score. We'll be back in just a moment on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. Conference Carolinas, competition amongst 10 colleges and universities across North and South Carolina, as well as Tennessee. Over 3,000 student athletes competing at the highest level of NCAA Division II athletics, with annual selections to postseason play. Conference Carolinas is dedicated to student athletes not only succeeding on the field, but in the classroom and after graduation. Keep up with us at conferencecarolinas.com. Be sure to follow us at CONF Carolinas on our various social media platforms.
Pain. Pain doesn't just work 9 to 5. Pain can work round the clock, hours and hours, without even thinking of taking a break. So when you're hurting, you don't want to wait for an appointment. You need relief now. Well, there is a solution. Ortho Carolina's Urgent Care can provide relief for the entire family when time is of the essence. Our after-hours clinics are conveniently located near you when you need us. Ortho Carolina's expert staff is ready to treat strains, sprains, minor dislocations, sports injuries, joint pain, and more. The next time you or a loved one is hurting on an evening or over the weekend, we'll be ready to help. It's the same state-of-the-art care, professionalism, and expertise that's made Ortho Carolina a leader in the Southeast. Pain doesn't happen when it's handy, and you shouldn't have to wait to get relief. Visit orthocarolina.com for a list of urgent care locations and hours. Ortho Carolina. You improve.
Saturdays used to be for college football. Now you drive 300 miles to watch this. Don't get me wrong, you love flag dancing as much as the next guy. All 8 hours of it. But what you really love is your little girl. Yes! Nice pop toss. Flag dancing? We've been there. And with free hot breakfast and a warm welcome, we'll be there for you. Book at Hampton.com for a guaranteed discount on your next weekend stay. Hampton by Hilton.
Back here inside the Wheeler Center as we prepare for set number 4 on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. While I've got an opportunity, let's go ahead and update everybody on the scores. Banner Elk Conference semifinal action. The Crusaders have a slim 38-37 lead over Limestone. And just like that, Limestone scores a bucket, and now they're up a point. That could be a nip and tuck affair the rest of the way. I will tell you this. If the Crusaders win this afternoon against Limestone, we will bring that game to you. It'll be an audio-only broadcast on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. We'll be on the air with a special prelude to the championship. 1:30 will be the start of our broadcast day. 1:30 from Williams Gymnasium on the campus of Lees-McRae College. Barton and Lees-McRae will be the other semifinal. It is slated to start at about 4 o'clock this afternoon. But the Crusaders right now in a nip and tuck affair as they now have the 2-point advantage, 41-39. Baseball not faring so well. North Greenville leads 8-5 in the top of the 7th. We will be bringing you the third game of the set between the Crusaders against North Greenville. As soon as we're done here, we'll pack everything up, go down there, bring you the audio-only broadcast. And we could have plenty to talk about the rest of the day if the Crusaders can, in fact, get the win against Limestone. And when you look at the basketball for both Belmont Abbey and Limestone, they've been essentially polar opposites of one another for the better part of a decade. If Limestone has been really good, the Crusaders have not been as good. And if Belmont Abbey has been very good, Limestone has had some of their weaker years. As these clubs very seldom face one another in conference tournament action, oddly enough. They've only met twice in the last 10 years, period, at any point. They met one time in the 2010 quarterfinals at Limestone. The Crusaders won that matchup, and then the finals back in 2013, the Crusaders got the win in the conference championship. As that serve sails long. 1-0 in favor of the Crusaders. Maxwell to serve. Kozlowski out. Carter Eck back in. Perkovich to Lord, and Lord right down the middle gets the kill. As Vasilis Mandelaris back to serve at 1 apiece. The Crusaders started out well. They won the first set 27-25, and since then, it's been all Barton. Eck with the swing, takes it off the block. Davis keeps it alive. Schaefer goes off of Angelos Mandelaris, gets the kill. And that'll send William Morris back to serve. 2-1 ahead for the Crusaders. Maxwell with 12 kills on the afternoon. Brian Long with 7. Lord with the kill. As that was a very heavy-handed ball there. making it 2 apiece. Leary checks into the contest. Lord back to serve. Angelos and Vasilis having a sibling rivalry inside the Wheeler Center. Vasilis having the better of it. He's got 14 kills. Angelos with 12. Berkovich with the block, sends it down the line. And it's 3-2 in favor of the Bulldogs. I guess the question that I would have is, in the Mandelaris family, who was the one that actually did the setting to these two? That's an interesting story. As it's 3-2 in favor of Barton now. Lord back to serve. You see him on the edge of the screen, slide forward, and puts it into the net. We're tied at 3. The crowd's still into this one. The Crusaders, if they win set number 4, will go the distance. But that's a tall task against this 8-0 Barton team in conference. Berkovich to Maxwell. Eck keeps it alive. I got a chance to see Jeff Lennox's reaction as Maxwell on the swing and long goes into the net. As Jeff Lennox saw Carter Eck with the contact on the second ball, they played on, and I don't think that Jeff Lennox thought that that was a clean contact. So I believe he was thinking it was a bit of a carry, and he could be right. Davis to Long. Long takes it off the block of Berkovich. Side out for the Crusaders, tied 4 apiece. Eck will bounce it repeatedly before jump serving and sends it long. 5-4 in favor of Barton, so go back to serve. Berkovich to Valentine. Maxwell plays it off of Leary. And Leary tried to keep it alive. But Leary looked like he was wearing sticky paper there. The ball stuck to him. The Crusaders get the side out, even at 5 apiece. Fiorentino back to Vasilis Mandelaris. It'll go off the net, but Maxwell can't do anything with it on the second ball. And Leary goes back to serve. Eck with the dig. Morris. They'll go back to Vasilis Mandelaris, and Mandelaris will take it off the deflection. 7-5 the lead for Barton. Maxwell off of Lord, gets the kill. The Crusaders down 1 will get the side out. Davis, service error, gives it right back to Barton. 8-6 the score as Angelos Mandelaris back to serve. Valentine to Davis. And the point will go to Barton. 9-6 the score as Davis tried to keep it on the Crusader side, but was unsuccessful in doing so. It's Mandelaris back to serve. Maxwell loops it over to Angelos Mandelaris. Back row set to Berkovich. Had to pop it over. Barton to Lord. And Lord basically found the middle completely exposed. He was able to set it right down in between 6 Crusaders players. A 10-6 lead for Barton. Service errors. Angelos Mandelaris probably tossed that one a little farther out than he really wanted to, as he was not able to get on top of the ball. And Maxwell will go back to serve, 10-7 down. Berkovich keeps it alive. A good serve from Maxwell. And Angelos Mandelaris takes care of the rest as he gets the kill. A 4-point advantage as Vasilis Mandelaris goes back to serve. Here with Taylor C. running the camera this afternoon. Kelsey Garrison controlling the operation. Brian Rushing here with you. So glad that you could join us this afternoon. Maxwell gets it off of the dig attempt from Vasilis Mandelaris. And now Angelos and Vasilis having a conversation with one another. Probably blaming the other for why they weren't able to get that dig. Berkovich takes it off of Long, gets the kill. 12-8 the score. Barton with the side out as Lord goes back to serve. Valentine to Davis. Maxwell loops it over to Angelos Mandelaris. Berkovich takes it back to Mandelaris. Valentine, back row set to Maxwell, dug out by Lord. Angelos Mandelaris has it kept alive by the Crusaders. We'll see if the Bulldogs attack here. Mandelaris has it dug out. Leary will take it off the block and we play on. Eck, Carter Eck working it around the double team block off of Angelos Mandelaris. And Carter Eck gets the side out for the Abbey. Schaefer back to serve, 12-9 down. Maxwell, Schaefer can't come up with it. 13-9, Barton with the side out. Fiorentino back to serve for the Bulldogs. Long, the quick set from Davis, finds open floor, gets it to go. 13-9 the score, or 13-10 the score, as Eck back to serve. Eck sends it wide, side out for the Bulldogs. I will update you, the Crusaders in Banner Elk now with men's basketball has their largest lead of the afternoon. They lead Limestone 49-43. A lot of activity happening simultaneously. We'll keep you updated. Berkovich back to serve for Barton, 14-10 ahead. Barton with a 2-1 lead. And Barton has had a spat of trouble from the service line as their serves have taken them a little deeper onto the floor. And they've missed on a couple of occasions here recently. Long with the serve. And that sails just a hair long. Didn't miss by much, but the service error goes to Barton. 15-11 the score. Leary back to serve. Davis outside to Maxwell. And it'll be out of bounds off the block. Point to the Crusaders. 15-12 the score. Service error for Davis. And it goes back to Barton. Angelos Mandelaris to serve. And that serve sails long. And Liam Maxwell goes back to serve. So the Crusaders have been given opportunities here. As I would say that Barton has been less than stellar in this fourth set as Eck. Jeff Lennox got up out of his seat basically saying that Carter Eck caught it and threw it down. And everyone on the Barton bench agrees with Jeff Lennox, and Carter Eck gets the kill, 16-14. Vasilis Mandelaris gets it to fall. The lead stretches back to 3 with a side out coming for Vasilis Mandelaris and the Bulldogs. So wipe the floor down on the far side. A beautiful sunny day outside. Can't wait to get out and watch a little bit of baseball action later on this afternoon. Last night, we brought the game to you on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network, and it was literally 20 degrees colder in the gym last night than it is today. I don't exactly know why. I just know I really shouldn't have worn the sweater. As William Morris takes it off the block. 17-15 the score as Morris goes back to serve. I needed the sweater last night. I don't need it today. And it's a black sweater at that, which was probably a misuse of judgment on my part. As Bryce Sullivan goes back to serve for William Morris. 17-15 down. So it is. Sullivan to Rivera. Lord has it deflected toward Davis. Schaefer tries to go cross court, sends it just wide. Barton will get the side out. Morris back in for Sullivan. As Perez will be back on to serve for the Bulldogs. Perez sends the serve long. It's the Crusaders, after another Barton service error, will have Gavin Schaefer back to serve. 18-16 the score. Berkovich goes cross court off the deflection of Eck. And it's 19-16. Fiorentino back to serve for the Bulldogs. So the Crusaders have just not been able to get anything that resembles a run, and if they could, they'd get right back into this match. As they'll have a net violation on Alexa Berkovich, and that makes it a 19-17 contest. The Crusaders are just 2 back as Eck goes back to serve. As the Crusaders are just really close to possibly taking this to a 5th. Angelos Mandelaris, nobody there except for Davis. To the side out to Barton, leading 20-17. Davis to Maxwell. Berkovich on the second ball. That was a pretty good pass on that second ball. Maxwell by himself with Angelos Mandelaris. And now Barton with an opportunity to attack. Vasilis Mandelaris kept at the net. Leary to Fiorentino. Vasilis Mandelaris goes off the deflection of Brian Long once again, and it's 21-17. Nolan Albright wants a timeout. Fourth set, Crusaders fall behind by 4 on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. Want to get the most out of your next getaway or business trip? Get over to Belmont, North Carolina, and feel the Hamptonality. At the Hampton Inn Charlotte Belmont at Moncross, we give you friendly service at a great value. You'll rest easy on our clean and fresh Hampton bed. The crisp white linens and duvet give a fresh start to every guest each morning. Every morning begins with our free hot breakfast, including delicious waffles and hearty oatmeal. And with free Wi-Fi, you're guaranteed to stay connected. We're conveniently located just 8 miles from the center of Charlotte, 7 miles from the Charlotte Douglas International Airport, and just 1 mile from Belmont Abbey College. Book your stay by visiting Hampton.com or by calling 704-825-6100. Again, that's Hampton.com or calling 704-825-6100. Feel the Hamptonality at the preferred hotel for Crusaders athletics, the Hampton Inn Charlotte Belmont at Moncross. Back here inside the Wheeler Center, the Crusaders trail 21-17 against Barton here in set number 4. Barton trying to close it out, to run their conference record to 9-0. Baseball, game 1 of the doubleheader has come to a close. Belmont Abbey loses 9-5 to North Greenville. Schaefer goes off the block of Vasilis Mandelaris, and the Crusaders will get the side out, trailing by 3 with Brian Long back to serve. 3:16 remaining in Banner Elk. The Crusaders have the 5-point advantage, 53-48. Long tops it across to Mandelaris. They'll go back to Vasilis Mandelaris, and that swing sails long. And of course, with the line judges, they position themselves just off the floor. So anytime it hits the official, and there's a service ace for Brian Long. So 2 in a row for the Crusaders, and it's back to a 1-point set. And the crowd still into it. So the Crusaders 1 point away from evening things up. And that's a double. As the Crusaders' Brian Long goes back-to-back with service aces, and we're tied at 21. Jeff Lennox wants a timeout. We'll take it with him as we're tied in the 4th on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network.
Pain. Pain doesn't just work 9 to 5. Pain can work round the clock, hours and hours, without even thinking of taking a break. So when you're hurting, you don't want to wait for an appointment. You need relief now. Well, there is a solution. Ortho Carolina's Urgent Care can provide relief for the entire family when time is of the essence. Our after-hours clinics are conveniently located near you when you need us. Ortho Carolina's expert staff is ready to treat strains, sprains, minor dislocations, sports injuries, joint pain, and more. The next time you or a loved one is hurting on an evening or over the weekend, we'll be ready to help. It's the same state-of-the-art care, professionalism, and expertise that's made Ortho Carolina a leader in the Southeast. Pain doesn't happen when it's handy, and you shouldn't have to wait to get relief. Visit orthocarolina.com for a list of urgent care locations and hours. Ortho Carolina. You improve.
Back in here inside the Wheeler Center. Tied at 21 apiece. So the Crusaders have gotten consecutive service aces from Brian Long, the freshman out of Downers Grove, Illinois. The Crusaders have been struggling to get back into this 4th set, are back to level terms. If they get the 4th set, we go the distance, and that serve just misses. 22-21 in favor of Barton. Leary back to serve. Perez out. Lord in. Davis to Morris. Mandelaris misses left side, and we're tied at 22. Brennan Davis back to serve. And very much like we were in the first set, Crusaders, they can maintain their poise here, can get the set. Lord will take it off the block of Morris. 23-22 the score. It's Angelos Mandelaris back to serve for Barton. Maxwell cuts it across Fiorentino. Vasilis Mandelaris will have that one go out of bounds off the block of Schaefer. And it's match point at 24-22. Nolan Albright wants the timeout. We'll keep it right here. So we will go to baseball later on this afternoon. As soon as this one has come to a close, we'll have the Ortho Carolina postgame show. As soon as this one does come to a close, do want to update basketball. 2 minutes remaining. Belmont Abbey, or I should say now a minute and a half remaining. Belmont Abbey leads 56-53. The Crusaders baseball team has lost the first 2 games of the 3-game set, so they're looking to try to salvage the series against North Greenville. As North Greenville swept baseball last year in Tigerville, the Crusaders are going to try to see if they can get 1 game out of this weekend set. We'll bring that to you likely in progress as the opener of the doubleheader has come to a close already. By the time we get set up, they may very well be into the first inning. If we go 5 sets here, I can promise you it'll be later than the first inning when we join in progress. As it's match point, Angelos Mandelaris back to serve. And the Crusaders trying to hang on inside the Wheeler Center. Eck to Davis. Maxwell on the swing, and it'll go out of bounds. Side out to the Crusaders. They've averted 1 match point. Maxwell to serve. And this, if you're the Abbey, is exactly who you want. Jeff Lennox knows it. He's going to take a timeout. As we'll keep it right here. I will let you know that as soon as we are done here, whenever that happens inside the Wheeler Center, we will take a 1-minute Ortho Carolina postgame timeout. Come back with the Ortho Carolina postgame show. It'll be a 1-segment show. We'll get you the numbers and everything that we need as we'll begin to make our preparations to head down to Abbey Yard to bring baseball action. So that's just a broadcast reminder. We'll have a 60-second postgame timeout. We'll have a 1-segment Ortho Carolina postgame show, and then we'll make our way down to Abbey Yard for baseball action. An update from Banner Elk. 43 seconds left. The Crusaders lead 59-53. As they have a 2-possession lead with less than 45 seconds remaining, as they are just this close to getting to the conference championship. If they win today, they'll be at 12-18. They lost their final 7 games of the regular season, and they're 43 seconds from advancing to the conference tournament championship. Maxwell serves to Rivera. They'll go near side to Mandelaris, and Mandelaris puts it down, and that'll do it. The Crusaders fall in 4 sets to Barton. 4th set score 25-23. We'll be back in 60 seconds for the Ortho Carolina postgame show here in just a moment.
Pain. Pain doesn't just work 9 to 5. Pain can work round the clock, hours and hours, without even thinking of taking a break. So when you're hurting, you don't want to wait for an appointment. You need relief now. Well, there is a solution. Ortho Carolina's Urgent Care can provide relief for the entire family when time is of the essence. Our after-hours clinics are conveniently located near you when you need us. Ortho Carolina's expert staff is ready to treat strains, sprains, minor dislocations, sports injuries, joint pain, and more. The next time you or a loved one is hurting on an evening or over the weekend, we'll be ready to help. It's the same state-of-the-art care, professionalism, and expertise that's made Ortho Carolina a leader in the Southeast. Pain doesn't happen when it's handy, and you shouldn't have to wait to get relief. Visit orthocarolina.com for a list of urgent care locations and hours. Ortho Carolina. You improve.
Back here inside the Wheeler Center, a game just gone final. The Crusaders fall 25-23 in set number 4 as you see the alma mater being performed out on the floor as the Crusaders got the first set win, 27-25 over Barton. But Barton showed the resolve and the steadfastness to get the next 3 sets as they won by scores of 25-16, 25-15, and 25-23. Barton moves their conference mark to 9-0 on the year. The Crusaders get swept over the weekend, going 4-6 overall, or I should say in the conference. They go to 6-10 overall on the year. Folks, as we get into the Ortho Carolina postgame show, I want to thank all the good people at Ortho Carolina, Dr. Ron John Matra, Blair Primus, for their help on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. Folks, don't forget, for excellence in orthopedics, Ortho Carolina, you improved. As we're here inside the Wheeler Center, I do want to update everybody. There's 15 seconds remaining at Banner Elk. Men's basketball leads Limestone 63-56. So they're 15 seconds away from advancing to the conference final, and they have a 3-possession lead against the Limestone Saints. If we have an opportunity to update by the time we get out of here, we'll do that. As I've got the score sheet, let's go ahead and take a look at what transpired this afternoon. You take a look at Barton College, and when you look at their men's volleyball team, they are just so good on the outside, and they were really able to show that this afternoon. Alexa Berkovich, the reigning conference player of the week, had 10 kills on the afternoon. Justice Lord had 10 kills. Now, this is the impressive thing about Lord, because Lord can be overlooked a lot of the times. Justice Lord was 10 kills on 12 total attacks this afternoon. He had an .833 attack percentage, as he was really one of the ones that sort of steadied the offense for the Barton College Bulldogs. You also take a look at the Mandelaris brothers. Vasilis had 20 kills. Angelos Mandelaris had 14, as they certainly led the way. This is a team in Barton, after that first set, hitting at just 200 on the first set. They finished the afternoon 5-16, 348, 481. A total in 4 sets of 379 on the attack percentage against the Crusaders. And that just tells you just how dynamic this club is as it relates to their offense. Getting a scoring update, they have gone final in Banner Elk. Belmont Abbey will be taking on the winner of Barton and Lees McRae tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock. Stay with us through social media. We'll let you know what goes on as it relates to the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. We'll be on the air tomorrow afternoon for a special prelude to the conference championship at 1:30 tomorrow from Banner Elk. That'll be on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network, an audio-only broadcast tomorrow as we'll begin to make preparations to go to the mountains of North Carolina for that championship contest. For the Crusaders this afternoon, Liam Maxwell was the lone player to get into double figures as far as kills is concerned. He had 17 kills on the afternoon. Brian Long had 9 kills. Long also had a pair of service aces in that 4th set to get things to 21 all, but the Crusaders were not able to get over the top as they lose 3-1 to Barton this afternoon. Brennan Davis had 32 assists on the afternoon. Rob Valentine had 13 digs. Davis also had 9 digs in the contest as Belmont Abbey hit as a club 200 on the afternoon as they started out the afternoon 281, then 269. The third set was really the Crusaders' undoing as they were at a negative 130. They did come back very swimmingly with a 310 attack percentage in set number 4, but it just wasn't enough as Barton wins fourth set action 25-23 to take the 3-1 win here against the Crusaders. So Barton will advance their record to 9-0 in Conference Carolinas play, 12-6 overall. The Crusaders fall to 6-10 and 4-6 within Conference Carolinas play. What we're going to do at this time, folks, is we're going to depart here from the Wheeler Center, begin to pack up our stuff, and head down to baseball for an audio-only broadcast joined in progress between North Greenville and Belmont Abbey. A lot of folks we want to thank this afternoon. I want to thank Director of Athletics Stephen Miss, Associate AD Paul Lyon, Assistant Athletic Directors Jackie Gable and Justin Bates. I want to thank Jim Steffen, Director of Athletic Communications, Brooks Ledger, John Fitzgerald, as the Crusaders lose today in 4 sets to the Barton College Bulldogs. Be sure to join us next time. It'll be the 14th of March as the Crusaders will take on Charleston, West Virginia here inside the Wheeler Center. That will be a 7 p.m. start here on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network. We thank you so much for tuning in, folks. Until we see you in roughly a half an hour or so from baseball, this is Brian Rushing signing off on behalf of Taylor C., our camera operator this afternoon, Kelsey Garrison running the production. We thank you so much for tuning in this afternoon. Until next time, folks, have a great evening. We'll see you next time.
Crusaders Athletics on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network has been brought to you by Pine Island Country Club, Domino's, Moss Realty, the Hampton Inn by Hilton at Montcross, and Ortho Carolina. You improve. Don't forget, your online home for all things Crusaders can be found at www.abbeyathletics.com. We thank you for tuning in. We can't wait to see you next time right here on the Belmont Abbey Sports Network.